Hey, it's Bertaki, and welcome back to another tutorial video. In this video, we will be creating a basic pause menu for an Unreal game. Let's get started. We want to enter into our content drawer. If you have not already, we will add our input actions and the mapping. We can just duplicate an action, name it pause. Then you want to go into it and make sure the value type is a digital bool. Save that, close out of it. Then we will go into our mapping context, add a mapping, hit the drop down, select pause, and then select your key you would like to use to pause the game. I will be using P as I can still use escape to exit out of the editor. Save that, close out. Now we need to add the pause menu. Go to your content, go into a blueprints folder, and add a new folder. This will be our pause menu. Go into your folder. We'll add a widget blueprint user widget. We will name this WBP pause menu. Open it up. First thing we're going to do is drop in a canvas panel. That way we'll actually register our pause menu. We are going to add a background for it. So we'll add a border, drop that into the canvas panel. I'm going to name this border background. We can change the anchor to the bottom right, the full screen. Zero out the offset. And I want to change the color. Let's make this black. Change the alpha to 0.3. Okay. Now we want to add a background blur. Drop it into the border. Go to find the blur strength under appearance. Now we'll make this 3. Now we want to add another border for our buttons. We want to make sure we drop this into the canvas panel. That way it's not part of the border. Sorry, not the border, the background border. I'm going to name this border selection. Change the brush color alpha to 0 and anchor it to the center of the screen. Zero out the position, put 0.5 on each alignment, and size it to content. Next, we will add a vertical box to our new border. Then we will add a text block and a button. Then we'll duplicate the text block, drop that into the button, and then duplicate the button. With the first text block, I'm going to change the text to game pause. The first button, I'll make this our resume. Button, resume. I'll change the text in it to resume. The next button, I will name it button underscore quit. Change the text to quit. I am going to center align the text before we go further. I don't really want them touching edge to edge, so I'm going to add a spacer in between the text and the first button. Change the Y size to 32. Duplicate it. Put it between the two buttons. File and save. Then we can go into our blueprints. So we can select the button quit, hit the plus on the on quit, on clicked. This will be our quit game node. Quit's always very easy. I'm going to delete the event tick and event preconstruct. Then move this quit button out of the way so we have some space. Then we are going to do the same with our resume. Scroll down, add an onClicked. Here's where we're going to start working on our event construct. We want to get the player controller and promote it. We'll name this player. We can reference it. And this construct is going to get ran when our widget gets built. So we can drag off of it and drag off of the player. We will do set show mouse cursor. Set it to true. That way when we set the game mode input, set game input mode, not set game input, set input mode, UI only. Now our mouse cursor will be showing when we can only use that for the UI. Lastly, we will set game paused to true. Our construct is finished. So now we will do the same for our resume, but it's going to be the opposite. So I'm just going to duplicate this. Make sure the show mouse cursor is false. Then set input mode. I want to change it to game only. Set input mode game only. And make sure the set game paused set to false. Grab a new player reference and plug that into this show mouse cursor input mode, and we can connect these all. These are all aligned. And we want to add a remove from parent at the end, so that when we hit resume, it will delete our pause menu. Next, we need to add the input control into our player blueprint. I'm going to go to my player character blueprint, find some space, and add an enhanced input action, IA pause. On started, just add a create widget. For class, we'll select our pause menu that we just created and drag off of the return and add it to viewport. There we go. File and save. Now we get to test this out. Hit P, game is paused, resume, and we're back. There we go. There's our pause menu, and the reason why the game stops when we hit the pause is because of this set game pause node. So if you want to keep moving with the pause menu open, you can just remove this node and it'll still be doing things while the game's paused. If you ever need to use it like that, like an inventory screen or something. But that is it for this one. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it or found the video useful, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.